presidential candidate Donald Trump recently called for a ban on all Muslims entering into the United States, following the terrorist attack in San Bernardino, California by two professed Muslims on December the 5th, which ended in the shooting deaths of 14 victims. His statements have started a lot of controversy, with other politicians, such as Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives Paul Ryan, condemning Trump's remarks, saying they are contrary to what America stands for and that there are many Muslims who contribute to America's greatness and even serve and die in the American military. With that being said, I understand Trump's concerns, because contrary to what the mainstream media and many politicians claim about Islam being a religion of peace, Islam is actually a very dangerous and violent religion. If you don't believe me, just take a look at what's going on in Syria and around the world with all of this terrorist activity that is being done in the name of Allah. Why do you think ISIS is killing people? Because that's what the Qur'an tells Muslims to do. The Qur'an actually endorses terrorism. For example, Surah chapter 8 verse 12 reads, "I will cast terror into the hearts of those who disbelieve. Therefore strike off their heads and strike off every fingertip of them." Surah chapter 9 verse 29 reads, "Fight those who believe not in Allah, nor the last day, nor hold that forbidden which hath been forbidden by Allah and His Messenger, nor acknowledge the religion of truth, even if they are of the people of the book, until they pay the jizya with willing submission and feel themselves subdued." The people of the book refers to Christians and Jews, and the jizya is basically an extortion tax that Christians and Jews can pay to territories under Islamic control in order to avoid being executed. It's a way to make them and their religion appear inferior to Islam. I don't think there are any Islamic countries that enforce jizya today. That practice nearly vanished in the 20th century. However, ISIS has enforced jizya in some places they have captured. Anyway, I apologize if I digress, but the terrorists that have attacked Paris, San Bernardino, and the London Tube recently, who have been labeled as radicals or extremists by the mainstream media, are, in reality, devout Muslims that were only following the dictates of their religion. So I don't blame Donald Trump for wanting to ban Muslims from entering the United States. I know that there are many peaceful Muslims that don't follow the Quran to such an extent that would lead them to commit acts of violence against others, but there always exists the risk that some Muslims will read the Quran and get convinced that it is the will of Allah that non-believers must be forced into submission to Islam by acts of terror, and that's where the danger lies. Therefore, our biggest threat in terms of terrorism is not with ISIS, it's with the Quran. The Quran is what created ISIS and other terrorist groups and individuals, and the Quran is what terrorist groups use to recruit members. It's a vicious circle. If you want to learn more about Islam, please check out my playlist entitled Islam Exposed. I'll leave a link to it in the card on the screen and in the description box. What do you think about Donald Trump's ban on Muslims entering the United States? Do you think it's a good idea? Or is it contrary to the freedoms and liberties of the US? Let me know in the comment box. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're new. If you liked this video, feel free to give it a like and share it. And stay tuned, because there's more to come soon. God bless.